Madison Square Garden, you've never played here before?
Never.
No, so is there a certain show in Madison Square Garden's history that you saw that you
Song
thought...
remains the same.
What was that?
You saw Song Remains the Same?
Yeah, it was awesome.
It's a good
you were,
movie.
2?
No, I was still sperm.
Oh. Wow. You know what I got to see here that was awesome was the listening party for Metallica's Black Album.
Really?
Yes. I was here in New York City, and I can't remember why I was here, but they had a free listening party for the Black Album here at Madison Square Garden.
And it was packed, wasn't it?
It was packed, and it was fucking awesome. People like hanging over the balconies, headbanging, flipping out as they just played the new
They just
record.
listened to it.
Oh, yeah.
That's hilarious.
And that was for Load. Right?
No, that was the Black Album.
Oh, okay.
No, it was for Reload.
Yeah.
The one without the sperm on the cover. Awesome. Now, congratulations on the Grammys,
Thank you.
gentlemen. Very
Thanks.
nice.
Thanks.
And so at the Grammys, you got to play, speaking of Song Remains the Same, you got to play with John Paul Jones. So what was that
JPJ.
like?
He's a very close personal friend of ours.
Really?
Yeah. No, actually.
You hang out a lot, you talk, you trade
I
stories.
think I actually
Aboard.
asked him one too many questions about what, like string arrangements and stuff. He kind of at one point I kind of got he didn't do anything like
Rude.
no, of course he wouldn't be rude. He's an English gentleman, but he just kind of had a look like you've asked me too many questions. Man.
Calm down.
Why don't you go have a cookie?
Yeah, go do something else.
How many times did you have to rehearse
Boy.
that? How many times did you have to go over like the whole thing with the string arrangements and everything?
Not a lot, actually, because he's a super pro genius, and he had it all worked out before we even got there. So he had worked with the orchestra for one day, and I think
Okay.
they ran through it like 3 times. And all of those musicians were unbelievable. They were really great.
Yeah, it was
They
great.
picked the good ones. And so when we got in there, we only ran through it like maybe 3 times.
And our job was just, the only difference in the way that we played the song was, instead of, there was just a big, long break in between the middle and the end.
Mhm.
So really, we just had to play it the same way and try and come in at the right time.
I gotta say, though, when we play the song now, I kind of miss the orchestra.
Oh, yeah. Every time we do that stop now, I'm kind of like looking around,
Aw.
and they're not there.
That's sad.
They're coming.
Our next record is going to sound like ELO. I've
Nice.
decided.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
I think that'd be cool.
All right,
I'm
fair
into it.
enough.
You know?
Now, with so many hits as you guys have, how hard is it to make a set list for a tour?
Very difficult.
You just play all the hits.
Nice.
It's pretty easy. Well, I don't know. I mean, at this point, the show's like 2 hours long.
Yeah.
And I guess it could be longer. It doesn't seem like 2 hours when you're up there, though. It really doesn't. By the time, the show's split into a couple sections, as you will see. And by the time we're finished with the first half of the show, it feels like 25 minutes has gone by, when really it's like over an hour. So you walk off stage and you think, oh, was that really 2 hours? But I'd hate to write a 40-song set list and do some freaky New Year's Eve fish show where people just go...
Oh, yeah, exactly.
We're not we do a little bit we actually do a fair amount of somewhat jamming, somewhat, it's fun to take a few chances every
Extended
night.
grooving.
Yeah, I mean, we're not, the good thing is that we're not, a lot of bands, I guess, these days are on tape, or they have things that are on tape or whatever, so they're kind of leashed by some sort of track going behind them, so it kind of has to be the same every night. We don't have that problem, as you will hear, and so
We're not leashed to anything.
No, we're not leashed. The leash is left at home.
No tethering.
It's unleashed, so there are moments where we do get to extend things a little bit, and that's fun because it's fun to take a few chances here and there. Last night we, every time we.
You took some big chances last night, didn't you?
Wait a minute.
So did you and Everlong.
I hit the wrongest note on the fretboard.
What?
I just hit I had such a huge clam in like the most sensitive part of the chorus of Everlong. It's just like, oh, people, it's just the whole audience is swooning to this thing, and I just went.
Me and Yeti my drum tech were behind the stage, like talking. I'm having to say, right, like, ooh.
It was bad.